What is going on, basketball fans, and welcome back to NBA GOAT News. If you missed last night's thrilling matchup between the San Antonio Spurs and the Portland Trail Blazers, buckle up because we've got all the action, drama, and key takeaways just for you. Coming into this one, the Spurs were looking to break a 2-game losing skid, and they had to do it without the legendary coach Greg Popovich, who's been out since a health scare last Saturday. But under acting head coach Mitch Johnson, San Antonio showed up hungry, and boy did they deliver. Leading the charge for the Spurs was Keldon Johnson and Malik Branham, each dropping a solid 17 points. These guys set the tempo and gave the home crowd plenty to cheer about. And let's talk about a pivotal moment. Midway through the third, Portland was breathing down San Antonio's necks, cutting the lead to just 64-62. But Branham said, "Not today," and drained a crucial three-pointer to make things even better for the Spurs. An off-the-ball foul on Jeremy Grant of Wembanyama to sink an extra free throw. Just like that, the lead stretched to 68-62 and momentum swung firmly in San Antonio's favor. Speaking of Wemby, he added 12 points and some eye-popping moments on both ends of the floor. His presence continues to dazzle and frustrate opposing defenses. Now let's talk about the real unsung heroes. San Antonio's depth was tested with injuries sidelining key players like Jeremy Sokin, Trey Jones, and Devin Vassell, who's just getting back to form after foot surgery. But the backups were ready to shine. Branham, Johnson, Zach Collins, and Blake Wesley combined for an impressive 58 points. That's some serious bench production. On the other side, Portland's struggles from deep really hurt them. The Blazers shot just 9 for 32 from beyond the arc, with Simmons leading with 3 makes, but the rest of the starting lineup, just 3 for 12. It wasn't enough to keep them in the game, despite strong performances by DeAndre Ayton and Jeremy Grant, who both put up 21 points. Ayton's double-double with 21 points and 10 rebounds was a bright spot, but it felt like Portland was always playing catch-up. In the end, the Spurs' collective effort and smart play down the stretch secured them a 118-105 victory, giving them a much-needed confidence boost. It's clear the team is finding ways to stay competitive and develop young talent through adversity. It was a showdown in Chicago. The Timberwolves, hot off recent performances, went toe-to-toe with the Bulls in an electric battle that left fans on the edge of their seats. And when the dust settled, it was Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves who roared the loudest. The night started with the Bulls on fire. Chicago stormed out of the gate, sinking 10 of 17 from beyond the arc in the first half. Nikola Vucevic was unstoppable, scoring 25 points with deadly efficiency at 11 for 15 from the floor. Kobe White also came to play, racking up 24 points and 8 assists. By halftime, the Bulls seemed to have control, building a solid lead that peaked at 13 points. But don't count out the Timberwolves. The start may have been rocky, but this team thrives on grit. Led by their star, Anthony Edwards, who put up an explosive 33 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists, the Wolves refused to back down. The third quarter was a tug of war, with Chicago maintaining a 5-point lead at 95-90. Now, here's where it got real. With just under 7 minutes left in the game, Minnesota trailing 106-101, Edwards stepped up and set the court ablaze. The Timberwolves launched a jaw-dropping 12-0 run, ignited by 2 massive threes from Edwards that swung the momentum and put the Wolves ahead 113-106. Minnesota wasn't just playing to catch up, they dominated when it mattered most. Julius Randle chipped in with 22 points and 10 rebounds, showing his clutch play late in the game. Rudy Gobert's presence in the paint was undeniable, as he added 21 points and 9 rebounds. And let's not forget Mike Conley, who played the role of floor general, finishing with 14 points and 11 assists. The Timberwolves shot a blistering 7.8% from the field in the fourth quarter and knocked down 6 of 11 from deep. Their intensity and precision were too much for Chicago to handle. The Bulls' shooting, which was on fire early, fizzled out in the second half as they went just 5 for 19 from beyond the arc after the break. And just like that, the Timberwolves secured a 135-119 victory, handing the Bulls their 4th consecutive loss. So last night was a crucial one for the Milwaukee Bucks. Coming into this game, they were on a 6-game losing streak. Yeah, you heard that right, 6 straight losses. The last time the Bucks faced such a rough patch was back in March 2015. They were desperate to avoid a 7-game skid, something they hadn't experienced since 2014. But with Giannis Antetokounmpo back in the lineup after sitting out against Cleveland, hope was high. The first half, though, was no cakewalk for Milwaukee. The Utah Jazz came out firing, showing they weren't just there to make up the numbers. They stunned the Bucks by nailing 14 of their 26 attempts from beyond the arc in the first half, going into halftime with a 61-57 lead. Talk about making it rain. Jordan Clarkson was a spark plug off the bench, leading the Jazz with 18 points. But despite Utah's hot hand from deep, the Bucks were never out of it. Now here's where things really got intense. The Jazz were clinging to a 71-70 lead when Giannis picked up his fourth foul with over 10 minutes left in the third quarter. And just when it looked like the momentum might shift Utah's way, Giannis did what Giannis does best: stay aggressive and dominate. He played through those tense minutes without picking up another foul, and boy did that pay off. Now enter Damian Lillard. With the Bucks needing a surge, Dame and Giannis took over. They combined for Milwaukee's first 15 points in what turned out to be a monstrous 17-1 run that flipped the game on its head. Suddenly, Milwaukee had control, and they never looked back. By the end, the Bucks had not only snapped their losing streak, but did so in a commanding fashion, beating the Jazz 123-100. Damian Lillard finished with 34 points, putting on a scoring clinic, while Giannis powered through with 31 points and 16 boards. That's the kind of 1-2 punch that makes Milwaukee a title contender. If you want more NBA news, highlights, and games like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.